Hello and welcome back. I, in between episodes, read a lot of books. I cooked the rainwater and drank it, so we did not die of thirst. Well, I would have come back if we would have been anywhere near that, so that's good. We almost did go through all our food supplies, so that's kind of sad. And yes, I cleaned the, tents up. And I did one other thing. I believe it is only one other thing. I did craft this, a campfire drill. Because I didn't want to start an episode for crafting one tool and then, continue reading. It's somewhere in here. Campfire drill. 4 heavy sticks, 1 wok, and 3 long strings. It basically is the same as the fire drill, but the fire drill you can only use 50 times until you, have to make another one or a campfire drill. It's heavier, it's 1 liter bigger, but it don't use charges. As you can see, I did go through the entire fire drill. So the campfire drill it is. Yes. This I brought the fireplace into the sleeping tent because, I needed the space in the campfire tent for something else. I will quickly go through everything. This is the library and special items tent. So CBMs, the weird alien gun, and the smaller berries, and I actually decided that we will in this episode eat those. I hope. So yes. And I forgot to go through these books. I basically didn't read them on camera, like what they do. It's a lot of trapping. It's obviously the combat book, which I read. Accidentally, in fact, because I did want to read that on camera, but I accidentally read it, so sorry. If you want to read that book, or if you find in an experimental build a book that teaches you a combat style, the first time you read it, it will just turn, I believe it turned gray or blue, and you need to read it 2 times to actually learn the combat style. I read it when it was red, then I was confused because no, it was gray. Yes, it definitely turned gray. It was gray. Then I was like, oh shit, did I fuck that up? Did I accidentally destroy the combat book? And I read it again to make sure, and then I had the combat stance. However, this is, I don't really want to go through all the books because I believe that is quite boring. So we'll only go through the interesting quickly. The combat book. I was actually mistaken with the pitching book because apparently I have no idea about American sports, like baseball. So I was like, pitching, is that with the bat or is that with the ball? So apparently pitching is the thing you do with the ball. It's a throwing skill book, which has its right to exist, but look. This actually teaches us how to make landmines. This teaches us a lot of recipes for clothing, but I did not see at least a survival belt in there, so big disappointment. History of firefighting is interesting because again gas mask, but we already had that. Might still be interesting for the Helling bar and the fire axe, but we need, I believe, a forge for that. The Fletcher's friend and the Bowyer's friend will allow us to make arrows and bows, which is good. The historic weaponsmith book is good, but the most important recipes we already had from the cookbook. SCIP is not important. Well, electric circuitry is kind of important because we can make a lot of interesting electronics with that, but we will look into that once we reach that point. This teaches us how to make royal jelly, but I believe the components are stupidly hard to find. I'm not certain of that. Nothing. Again, no survival belt, at least not that I saw in any of those books. Which really disappointed me because I really wanted to have that. Complete trapper again, landmine or booby trap, but The crafting for beginners teaches us how to make a shovel, a sledgehammer, or entrenchment tool. And yes, that will be interesting if we don't find any. But we will have to look that up. And with the cutting weapons book, because this is actually a sword combat technique. The technique we learned from the book. It teaches us how to use or properly use a katana and a wakizashi. So that's cool, but in this game I'm not really that much of a fan of a katana. I'm more a fan of the two-hander or Zweihander. So I will quickly cook water so you can see how you use that drill. It takes a while. I believe it gives you a little bit of survival skill, and well, then you cook in the crafting menu. I had in the beginning I only had 4 water space basically. Wait. Oh, I only have 4 right now because apparently 1 bottle is full. Yes. I got a 3rd water bottle by, well, drinking the cough syrup, and by the way, the flu is gone, but this is the reason I brought you back. The flu did go away, but because we did not eat enough food, we got scurvy, or however you pronounce it in English. Basically, what you get if you... This is basically famous as a sailor disease because you don't eat enough food and don't get enough vitamin C. So we have to go and search for berries, fruit, or stuff like that. I will quickly go through the order of my items. This is basically a tool and weapons tent. Weapons in this row, tools in the other rows. This is a components or materials tent, I guess, and clothing. I have basically a clothing stack here until I decide what of this I want. This shouldn't be in there. This I actually want to wear. Anything else? Why is the cloak in there? That I also wanted to wear. Apparently I stripped down my character. And I have basically components sorted by type in there. This is a library, books, CBMs, amazing stuff. Did I already go through this? I don't remember. And the here mutagen and stuff like that will go, but I already decided to eat the berries, so there's nothing for now. In here is, well, medicine, drugs, chemicals, cleaning stuff, and food. And as you can see, we don't have that much food left, and we have no like canned or dried fruit or something. So we will have to really go away to cure our scurvy. And by the way, now that I said that, scurvy doesn't seem to lower your stats, but it will probably do at some point. And we got some stats from reading. We now have 12 strength, 12 dexterity and 12 12 I feel like I pronounced it very dumb. Intelligence. 12. Did I pronounce it 12? I wanted to say I don't want to say it wrong now. 12? Fuck me. I can't pronounce the easiest thing today. And yes, it seems to be a theme throughout my entire day. I wanted to do as the first action today to try to repair clothing so we, well, can actually do stuff without fearing to lose all our shit on the ground if our duffel bags just disintegrate into dust around our... Where do you wear duffel bags? Over the shoulder? I guess. I did disassemble some of our clothing and we only got 4 more rags. Okay. You need rags or leather patches or fur patches or pelt patches or whatever to, well, to repair your clothing, even though you need normally a very specific type of thing. Like this would probably all take normal rags, but for example our shoes might take leather or something. I will repair... Basically what I want to do is test out how good we are. So I don't want to take anything too important, so I will take the stockings first as repair. Oh yes, I forgot that they included this. There is now a window that shows you how high your chances. This window was already in the last episode, last season, but we did never try to repair anything. So I want to repair until fully repaired. Yes, and can I reinforce it? I guess repair once. Cancel? Is it reinforced? No, it is not. I don't care about reinforcing for now. I will now just try to repair all our stuff. For example, here we have a 2% chance of the chance for success and a 1.8% chance to damage our shoes. I will not do that now. We need a higher tailoring or fabrication level to do that. Actually, should look up what of the two it is. Okay, we have no skill gain in any of those, so no idea. How high is our chance to repair this? We have a... well, we don't have a damage chance, so repair until fully repaired? Well, attempt to repair until you succeed enough times to not have to worry. Is it completely repaired? Yes. Okay. Apparently you have a chance of damaging it whenever you fully repaired it. Like it's harder to reinforce than to repair something. Oh. That was faster than expected. I guess it doesn't show you how long you have repaired it. Even though we could probably count the minutes or something. Getting thread is not that hard, but it is very time consuming to disassemble those bags. Clean water. Do we want to... I will probably clean or repair our clothes to a point where I'm satisfied with them before I... well... will dare to eat the berry? Will I dare to eat the berry? I will dare to eat the berry. After we fixed our clothing. I wonder if I should try to improve the fitting of some of our clothing. For example, the long-sleeved shirt. Because... oh, we got glared by the sun. There's some... well, I should finish one sentence before I start the other, I notice. I wonder if we should improve the fitting, because it would either remove the encumbrance completely, or it will reduce it. We can probably only repair one more piece of clothing. And I will probably... I want to look something up. Oh, I already repaired the cargo pants. I should probably have done that last, because I may want to clean the winter. Well, I will take both of those and attempt to repair them in their dirty state, if that is possible. Because especially now, we have no chance to repair that. Either it's because... either because they are dirty or because they are so damaged that it is really hard to repair them. I will quickly make a washing board, or washboard. Yes. And we can now clean stuff with that after we reload it, or washboard. Yes, we reload that with soap. Don't ask me how you would reload a washboard, but okay. Oh, you need a large amount of fresh water to do it. That probably means you can only do that next to pools or stuff like that. We can probably do that at the pump at the fungal biomes. I will not backtrack again to the fungal biomes. I'm not willing to do that. Not for a piece of clothing we might get in the next big city anyway. In clean. I wanted to drop the soap until I realized we no longer have soap until we unload the how are they called? The washboard. Do I want to repair this? Repair until success or fail or whatever. You need leather patches to repair the steel-toed boots. Where the steel-toed boots? I wanted to try to repair this. Okay, we will repair our light jacket. Hopefully. We damaged it. Stop for a second. We did go through like 70 charges. What? Oh, we resume our task. We have no chance to repair anymore, but I will still disassemble this wag and hope we get another wag from another piece of clothing we disassemble. So I basically try to kill the rest of the day, sleep, and then the morning of the, well, next day we will start off. And yes, this is all the clothing of the dead campers. Filthy campers. Don't they know you don't camp in video games? It's just not cool. We have no chance of repairing that. That was what I feared. That it would like continue without telling me. Even if there's no chance at all to repair it. Apparently you use tailoring to repair clothing, not fabrication, which is good. You may use fabrication if you use, well, something like a device to, how is it called again? Soldering iron or something? Well, our character has spent a lot of time in this camp, and he has now to make the decision to either eat clam chowders, pickled meats, cheese bread, canned salmon, oatmeals, which he actually did for a long time. We had way more oatmeal than this, and we basically produced a shit ton of oatmeal, like 30 or something, and he, well, basically just eat that. That might explain the scurvy, but we really don't have any vitamin C source, I believe. Let's quickly check, because it actually shows you the vitamin contents. Wait, I will scroll it up. The third line from the top. No vitamin C, no vitamin C. At least no vitamin C for us. Yes. He spent a lot of time in this camp. He for probably like 2 or 3 days, and it's summer now, by the way. Actually, he ate nothing but oatmeal. So he's so, well, sick of it that he will now eat mutated mallows berry. And I, by the way, already checked. Those don't seem to have nutrition values. So I assume they are not implemented in a way that they are included in that new nutrition system. Probably because this is added by some sort of mod that is not updated for every experimental build. So let's eat the berry and hope it mutates us, which is strange because normally I would probably say don't mutate us. I'm quickly taking a look on all traits so I can basically determine if there's something new, even though I will probably get a message log. Eat. This baby makes you feel better all over. A huge mobile boost, because apparently it is awesome. And we are still very hungry. I don't want to eat 2 of them because apparently they are more of the chocolate level of usefulness. Okay. And they don't help us with our scurvy. I will leave them here and just go and hunt an ant in this episode, because apparently our freaking character is not tired. So last lead of the episode, hunt an animal or ant, or there's a black rat. I will not go and search for a rat. And I, by the way, came up with another goal for this season. I want to kill a Migo. As a little bit of revenge for the last season where we did get butchered by a Migo on a character I actually liked. There's a coyote, but this should be berries. Blueberries, yes, we will harvest. We got 3 of them. And yes, they are basically pure vitamin C with, pure vitamin C, but 13% not listed. It is perishable. Oh, that is new, I believe. I don't believe it previously showed you how long it will take to what from full freshness. Perfect, I will take that with me and eat it. And yes, your vitamin C deficiency is starting to resolve. But we did not get rid of it completely. It turned back into early scurvy? And apparently we have painkillers in us. Maybe the berry is a painkiller? Okay, whatever. Searching for an ant. Previously they were everywhere, now I don't find one. Well, we are still kind of far away. I will actually go down the street further than to the car and continue looking. Actually, I might kill that wolf and take another tank with me. I don't remember if there was a second tank in there. And yes, I did not put away or duffel bags, because apparently it's not that important. I mean, it's a 80% debuff, for them. Apparently animals are shit at hitting us. Or well, actually now that I read the log, apparently our armor, which is almost destroyed, our light jacket, and the rest of our armor protect us enough that it doesn't matter that much, because that fight right there with the stuff in our inventory did go better than most of the fights I had with this character without them. So maybe something we wear has enough protection now that it is repaired to basically let us ignore normal enemies, if that makes sense. I will take as much of this with me as possible, and then I hope we find, I will actually take some bones with me. What was it called again? Like can sealer, whatever it was called. That is what I hope to find relatively fast, because I don't know how it functions, but if it really just allows you to, well, put stuff into cans and preserve them just by reusing cans, then yes, that would be probably one of the best items in the game for me. Disassembling these items takes 5 minutes. Blah 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 blah. Do we want to take this with us? I probably want to take one seed with me, and here's my reasoning. A seed can be basically, at least in my mind, turned into bad. Did we already take a? Did I forget that we already took a steel frame? Because there don't seems to be a frame here, and we probably took that with us? I'm confused right now, sorry. Did we haul a steel frame with us into our base, or did we drop it somewhere along the way? I don't remember, so we'll spend the time cutting up another part of the car. This frame we will not be able to remove, because apparently the destroyed security system is too hard to, well, remove. So we'll basically grab this frame. Oh. Would be really useful if they would order these. Actually, I will take this frame. If they would order the items in there in a way that would, well, basically put things that are attached to, basically what I'm trying to, well, put into words is, the seat belt was in that list above the seat, but that's kind of annoying, because normally you want to start at the bottommost item, because that is normally the outermost, and that probably has the higher chance of being attached to something else, if that makes sense. I will take this, some scrap metal, some lump of steels, and in fact the sheet of metal also. Sheets of metal will be important if we ever decide to build a house, I guess, because sheets of metal will allow you to make what are they called again? Like metal lockers, and well, they are probably, in my opinion, one of the best storage possibilities. Why does it always get dark and then for some reason suddenly gets that white? Maybe the sunset is blinding us or something? I'm confused, because that is, I don't believe, the first time that happened. Yes, I did probably drop the pot. Yes. I will quickly organize some things. Washboard pot goes here. Did I not drop the washboard? Did I forget that? Sorry. If I did. Metal goes here. For bones, I don't believe I have any point. And sorry if I'm a little bit quiet while, well, sorting things, but I don't want to accidentally missort. I will put seeds in here as well. I did not yet have seeds, so I did not worry about where to put them. Steel frame sheet mantle. This can actually go here. The seed goes onto the vehicle parts. So now, do we need light for that? I will now try to start vehicle construction. If I... Yes, it's under others. Apparently we don't need light, and doesn't say if we need light or not. Please, oh, it also says no to us? You have to be kidding me. Apparently in this version, for whatever reason, I'm not able to build my own vehicles. So we will disassemble this motorcycle at some point, probably between episodes, and build our own. I will only disassemble off screen, because that is just pressing O and accepting, and pressing O and accepting, and so on, so you won't miss anything there. I will quickly cook. You can make cat food now. I don't know if you previously have been able to make cat food. Cat food and dog food basically allows you to tame animals, which will then, well, follow you around, which is neat, but I tend to not do that because, well, animals have a tendency to die if you run around with zombies. There's some way you can try to get around that. What? Oh, we can... Is this not perishable? Well, canned meat takes 1 day to what? Okay. Why should I can meat if it rots? Oh, this container is watertight, preserves spoiling, so we can make food, well, non-perishable now just with glass jaws? You don't belong onto the garbage pile. You certainly don't belong to the garbage pile. You will now get a place in front of the food storage, because apparently you're awesome as fuck. I don't believe you could do that before. However, we will quickly make some cooked meat. Wait. Does this have vitamin C? It shouldn't, I believe, but... No, none of it. Okay. Quickly make like 6 cooked meat. We should be able to pretty easily go through 6 cooked meat without it rotting. Will we actually... I will quickly try that preserving technique out. Oh yes, fire. I always in that list scroll down to campfire maker, but before I reach it I press A, and while I put it on A, why would you... Oh, this gives you vitamin A. I was asking why you would ever can the off meal, which only gives 7 nutrition, versus the meat that gives 38 if you have the choice, but apparently the off meal gives you vitamin A, which the meat doesn't. It seems to be pretty same. I should expect the nutrition value and the vitamin A. You know what's really funny to me? Apparently the offal is quicker and well, apparently it's easier to hit someone with an offal than with a meat, or at least faster, because it is lighter. We make 2 cans of meat. It sounds like wrong to me, because cans of meat, I imagine, well, cans like tin cans of meat under, but apparently sealed glass jars are can. And yes, it apparently completely preserves spoiling, because they're grey. Even if something in a container rots, it's still blue. So yes, we will now collect glass jars like some sort of Messi. That's so amazing. That's so much easier. I mean, it's good that it's easier, because previously it was, at least for me, because I normally didn't worry too much about it, it was kind of too much of a hassle to preserve food. So I will end the episode here, and between episodes I will disassemble the motorcycle. I will not completely disassemble it, I will leave one frame like untouched. So because we apparently can't make our own vehicles, I will just repurpose the motorbike. So goodbye and have a wonderful day.